Hi, welcome to day 2 of our London vlogs. So we've just got up, I had a quick shower. I've not done my hair because there's no hairdryer in here. I thought you got a hairdryer, but there's no hairdryer, so I've not done my hair. Although it's so hot it probably would have just dried. Maybe I should have just done it. Anyway, we're going to go down for breakfast because breakfast is included with our room. So we're going to go down for breakfast, and I think we're going to head to the Disney store, have a look around there. And then we're not sure what we're going to do the rest of the day. We do have Hercules booked for the matinee at 2:30, but I'm not sure what we're going to do till then, so we'll wander and see what we end up doing. So I'll get back to you now when we go down for breakfast. Okay, so we're going to go down for breakfast now. It's about 7:45. Okay, so we've got our breakfast. They used to do a cooked breakfast, but they don't seem to be doing that today. It's just cereal and croissants, so we're going to enjoy this. Okay, so we've finished our breakfast now. It's actually really quiet in here. Usually when we come, it's usually quite busy at breakfast, but we are a bit earlier than we usually come. Anyway, we're going to head to the Disney store now and try and get there for opening, to see the opening ceremony. We finally made it. Didn't get in here in time for opening. It literally took us 50 minutes to walk in. So, yeah, it's like 9:25 now, but we've made it. Okay, we're going to head in, see what they've got in the Disney store. Kids like that, don't they? I bet Alice would like that. Do you remember that kitty thing? Set the day down, let's say £15 for one.
Oh well.
That's a nice Lion King one, look, that's nice. I guess Alice would have liked the little figures of it. That's nice. I like this Castle Lounge fly bag. Looking at that, 75 for that one. So I like this Tinkerbell bag. It's very similar in design to one that I own, but it was all pink, that one, where it's got the flower pattern. You've got fuel orange. Look at the tote bag as well. It's got like a here's the plushy one. So cute. This is cute. This is Alice in Wonderland stationery collection. I love stationery. A nice pen. This looks nice. How much is this? I'm a sucker for a notebook. That would look nice on my Alice in Wonderland shirt. I might get that. That's not too expensive. How much is the pen? $7.99. That's okay. Sticky note. Oh look, they still did the animators dolls that I collected for Alice. That's still on a shelf. She's not a massive doll fan. I forgot they've got a beast costume. My kids don't like dressing up. Oh, this one's cute. Leo probably like this. He loves the And this Toy Story play set. Oh, and this little Jessie dress is so cute. Alice would never wear it, I don't think. Don't think she would. She doesn't like dresses.
Oh yeah.
It's so cute. She wouldn't wear it. I know. She'd rather wear the Woody one. That's trousers. That's the Woody one. Oh look, they got some of the Disney musical merch over here. They've got Mary Poppins. The teddies that you can get from there. And they got the Selfridges. Not pudding. I like this. It looks quite big. So we've just come to Selfridges. We're looking in the toy shop section because they're always the best places to look. Oh yeah, look, here's the Jellycat Experience thing they've got over here. This would be Alice and Leo's heaven. They'd love it here, wouldn't they, Lawrence? Oh yeah, and they've got the Pop Mart thing as well. And then over here is the Jellycat shop. This is where they do the Jellycat Experience. Oh look, Leo love these. It's Mario's. Look. Leo love these. Leo would love these. And the plant. The toy shop is the best part. So actually there's no one here now at the Pop Mart thing, so I just thought I'd show you them. 1 second. There they are. Oh, these are all the horse toys. Have these in Selfridges in here. Alice has got a hobby horse, but not one these expensive. These are really expensive. Little toy tunnel. Oh, where's all the fancy, like, big cars? for these. So we're just walking around here. We're just trying to find somewhere we can go for lunch.
Cheese sandwich.
What? It's Marks and Spencer's. Yeah, we'll go there then. So yeah, we're just looking for somewhere to eat, but I'm very fussy. So I think we're just going to go to the Marks and Spencer's cafe and get a ham and cheese sandwich. Okay, so we're going to come to the M&S cafe for lunch. Let's see what they've got. I'd like a slice of this. Okay, so for lunch I've just got a bacon ciabatta with nice cake. And Lawrence, what did you get? Is already a eat and a half is, but you got a salmon?
Salmon tin bun. Salmon omelette.
Yeah.
The hard flour sauce.
And I got a big chocolate cake and a cappuccino. So we're attempting to get the tube because we're really late to get to the Verta. Should be in 1 minute. Okay, so we've finally made it to the Verta. No, this. Okay, so we're currently queuing to get in the shop. Said the queue time's about 10 minutes, so it shouldn't take too long to get in. Okay, so now in the shop. The queue did only take about 10 minutes. I really like this lounge fly bag. It's £85 though. It has the logo on the back. I don't think I'd use it. There's a mug, a tumbler, got this really nice plush blanket. We've also got a Spirit jersey. This is a nice t-shirt. This is £40. Over here there's some more stuff. I think this stuff is all for pre-order. I think you have to pre-order these things. There's a cap. There's this duffel bag and this cloth hoodie. They've got some Muse merch over here. So the bag's £40. And then this water bottle is £25. We have some jewellery. There's a charm bracelet and a charm necklace. And then these are the charms that go with it. The charms are £10 each. There's also this mug, which shows this pre-order only. This is then the Meg merch. This nice t-shirt. We've got some jewellery items. This bracelet set. That's nice. I like the colours of this merch. And there's a nice notebook. I'm a sucker for notebooks. I love notebooks. That's quite nice. We then have magnets and keyrings and a pin here. They also have a Hades hoodie at the back there. Okay, so I just want to get a magnet. So I think you have to get this from the front. So I'm going to get the one that's the logo magnet. I like that one, the logo. I don't like that one.
What, blue or blue?
No, I don't like the blue one. Just like the logo one. That one. Okay, so I'll show you where my seat is now. So this is the circle where we are. There's row J here. Okay, so we're now in our seats from row J. I'm in seat 41 and it's going to start any minute. We got in here really late, so I'll get back to you in the interval and let you know what we think. Okay, so I just came to have a little look in the stores, what it looks like from the stores area. So, I'm just going to head back up now. Okay, so the show's finished. It wasn't my favourite Disney musical, but I did enjoy it. So I just remembered that we actually need to now head to the Ambassador Theatre to try and pick up a programme for Benjamin Button, because I didn't have any yesterday, so we're going to head there now. Okay, so we just came back to the Ambassador's Theatre because they had no programmes yesterday. We've got our programme, so I'm really happy now we've got our programme. So now we're going to find something to eat before we head home. Okay, so it's 5:30 now. We just come and got some food before we go for the train. Our train's at 7:30. So I've just had a thing say there's major disruptions, so the train's been derailed, but so far it's still staying on time, so we'll see if it changes. So we're going to try and have a look in the Lego store, because last time we came the queue was ridiculously long. It doesn't look that bad today. Let's see if we can have a little look before we head home. Leo wanted to come so I can film him and show him.
Oh yeah.
He wanted to come here. Just have a little look around the Lego store. Leo really wanted to come here last time. I'm going to see if I can quickly go in here for a minute. we've just arrived at Euston Station and it's all barricaded off, not letting anyone in, and there's no announcement saying what's going on, so I don't know what's happening. So we got here and it was all barricaded, closed. So there's don't know if they're reopening it though, or if they're just getting people out. It might reopen. So we're finally in the train station, but everything is delayed. Nothing's actually boarding.
But in the station we have it just says delay.
So we are finally on the train. It's about a quarter of an hour later than scheduled, but at least we're on it. It is absolutely rammed though, you can't move, but aisles are full.
Your personal belongings with you. 2 mind the gap between the train and the platform edge. Walk out of the station if you do see anything suspicious, or text the British Transport Police on 61016. Arriving into Manchester roughly 23 minutes behind the schedule. So we apologise for the late running of this.
So we're finally back at Manchester Piccadilly. Just need to have to go get a tram now because the trams aren't running from here. We're going to have to walk all the way to Market Street and try and get a tram. Hi, so it's actually been a while since we got back from London. I just realised that I didn't actually finish the vlog off, but as you will have seen on the way home, we had problems with the trains. So what had happened is a train had got derailed earlier in the day, which had delayed a load of trains. So Euston Station was so busy or something that they had to close it off just to get all the passengers out, because it was too congested in there or something. That's what they said anyway. So loads of trains were then delayed, a lot of trains were cancelled. We were actually really lucky. Ours was one of the first ones to leave once they reopened it, so it was only about, I think we got on it about 15 minutes late, but it ended up being about 25 minutes late by the time we got to Manchester. So it was a bit stressful at first because we didn't know what was going on, because no one had said anything. It was just, we got there, it's closed, there's no announcement to say what was going on, if it was going to reopen, if we were going to get trains. So it's just a load of people stood around and didn't know what was happening. But eventually they actually said what was happening and then opened the gates. They should have really told us what was happening before, because people just didn't know what was going on. So yeah, we were lucky. We weren't too late home. However, the kids did end up staying at my parents' just because we didn't know what time we were going to get back, and I didn't want them to have to be woken up and brought home. So they stayed another night at my parents', and my parents brought them back in the morning. But me and Lawrence had a really lovely time in London. It was really nice to celebrate our anniversary there. We saw some great shows. I think my favourite was probably The Devil Wears Prada. I just really enjoyed that. Quality wise, the best production was probably Benjamin Button. Fantastic cast, great songs. Overall, that was probably the best quality wise. I just really loved The Devil Wears Prada because I liked the story and I loved the film. So I enjoyed that. It was a really fun show. And Hercules was probably my least favourite. Usually Disney musicals I really enjoy, and I did enjoy this one. It felt, I don't know, a bit cheap compared to other Disney musicals. There was no big wow moment in it. Like all the other Disney musicals I've seen, there's been like this really big wow moment. Like obviously The Lion King the opening number with all the puppets, Mary Poppins when she flies through the audience, and then you've got Elsa's dress change and stuff. There was nothing like really amazing that happened in Hercules. It was just okay. They have a few puppets in there that were all right. Nothing spectacular. It was just okay. And Hercules as a movie is probably it's not one of my favourite Disney movies. But I enjoyed it. Would I see it again? I wouldn't go all the way to London to see it again. If it toured, I'd see it again. But it's not something I would travel to London to see again. But I'm glad I've seen it. Like I said, it was enjoyable. I can see kids really enjoying it. I think maybe if you're a big fan of the movie, maybe you might not enjoy it. They have changed quite a lot. What I found a bit annoying is all the magical creatures, like all the mythical creatures, they've more or less all been removed. So like Phil is no longer a satyr. He doesn't have like goat legs or anything or horns. They've just changed him into a human. There's no Pegasus. See, if they'd made a Pegasus, I think that would have been really good. You could have seen Pegasus flying over the audience. That would have been a wow moment. But they've taken Pegasus out of it completely. A lot of the other mythical creatures aren't in it. Pain and Panic are just humans called Bob and Charles. And yeah, it was just okay. Like I said, I wouldn't see it again. I wouldn't go to London to see it again, but if it toured, I probably would see it again. But I'm glad I've seen it, and we had a really fun time. And that theatre, the Theatre Royal Drury Lane, is such a beautiful theatre. It's always nice to go in there. And yeah, like I said, we've had a really lovely time in London. And obviously after Hercules, we just had a little quick look around the Lego store because we didn't get to do that last time we went. So we had a nice look around there, had a very quick look around the M&M shop, and that was our day, and then we headed home. So yeah, we had a really lovely time in London. I really hope we get to go again next year. It always depends if my parents are able to watch the children. I don't know if we'd ever take the children to London. It's very busy, very crowded, and they're not very good with crowds and stuff. Although Leo does keep asking if he can go to London. So maybe one day we'll take them, maybe when they're a little bit older. But yeah, we really enjoyed it, and I hope you've enjoyed watching this little vlog. If you have, please do give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.